comment afterwards that he thought the team was affected by the elements up in Green Bay. You're somebody from the North. You played at Penn State. Did the elements affect you? Did the elements affect the team, in your opinion?
I mean, it was definitely different coming from here, not being in Penn State for a while and going back to the cold. But I felt used to it. But it's definitely getting back into it, getting warm and everything. But the main thing, we just got to tackle, make the plays that was in front of us.
Y'all let me know in the comments. Should the Dolphins target players who are used to playing up north? Let me know in the comments. Because at practice, we're playing in the heat. So we're getting accustomed to the heat. So when we go up there in the cold, we're not really used to it. So if we're going to play a cold game, we might as well leave that Sunday after another game and go straight to the other location so we can practice in the cold, in my honest opinion. But hey, y'all let me know in the comments, man, because us playing in the cold, 0-14, I think that's the record. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
So does that happen to guys who come from those environments, but then you spend some time in Miami, you've been in warm weather for several months, and then once you go back, that first time back, it kind of hits you?
I mean, yeah, it hit me the day before when we got off the plane, but I'm kind of used to it, so just got to go out there and just execute, honestly.
Besides missed tackles, what else came up with Anthony Weaver? Talk to the group today as areas that you want shoring up in.
I mean, that was the main thing, just missed tackles. There's times where, it could have been a 1 yard gain or 2 yard gain, but we turned that to 8 yards. So main thing is just tackling and stopping the ball.
In that cold, your muscles get stiff. And then when your muscles get stiff, you can't really tackle as if you're in the heat. So if we were in Miami playing, I don't think we're missing that much tackles. I don't think so.
There's power in the word no. At University of Phoenix, there's no application fee.
Chop, is it like, is it different with the fingers, like grabbing, like when it's cold, the hitting obviously hurts a little more when it's cold, but is it the wrapping up and stuff with the hands? Is that what gets affected by weather mostly?
I mean, yeah, you could say that plays a factor, but honestly, at the end of the day, you just got to tackle, wrap up, run your feet through contact. That's the main thing. I feel like we was wrapping up but not running our feet through contact, so just got to work on those.
So you spent...
Yeah, I seen Cooper DeJean, that cornerback from Philly.
93, 3rd and 11. Nothing to work with.
That's how you're supposed to tackle. That's how you're supposed to tackle, man.
Years at Penn State, you played in the cold like we talked about. And then you come down here after getting drafted, you get off the plane and that humidity hits you in the face. So I guess my question is, what do you find more difficult, adjusting to that heat and humidity coming from the north or coming from the south and going up north to playing cold?
I mean, I wouldn't say either one is difficult. It's just adjusting to, either the cold or the heat, whatever you're in. You just got to adjust to it and be able to play in it. So I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's just something you got to get used to.
Exactly.
What do you think of some of the things that are contributing to your pass rush wins, the run you've been on of late that have now also translated to accumulating some sacks?
I would just say listening more to my coaches, just taking all the information from all the vets and all the older guys, watching film with them, working extra with them, and it's been paying off. So I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Yes, sir. Let me check out Chop Robinson's PFF. Chop Robinson PFF. He had a 68.5. He got 4 sacks on the year. Not too bad. He in the green. We could take that. From a rookie, that's good. From a rookie, that's definitely good, man. I could take that. How tall is Chop? What, 6'3", 250? Okay. Okay, Chop.
The best thing about the run that you were on, was it, seeing the actual result with the sack or maybe the affirmation that you're doing the right thing? What was 3.5 sacks in 4 games? What was the best thing about that?
I mean, just taking in the information from the vets, doing everything that I could to, make plays and make things happen. And once I took the information from the film room and on the field and took it to the game, it worked out for me. So I just...
And y'all know, Chop Robinson, he has a good matchup against his former teammate. I'm going to show y'all real quick. His name kind of hard to say, but I'm going to try to say it. Olufashinu. Olumnua Fashinu. He went to Gonzaga High School. He went to school with Caleb Williams, actually. He's currently starting for the New York Jets. Our game on Sunday. Tyron Smith, I think he's out for the whole year, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody let me know in the comments. Right here, we got some tape of Olu Fashanu up against the Seahawks D-line. Let's check this out. He a good pass protector. The boy's not going nowhere. All right, Olu. I don't know, Chop Robinson. I don't know, man. Your teammate looking good. Your former teammate looking good. I think he's going up against Derek Hall. See, this is Leonard Williams, I think. You know, with the Seahawks, sometimes they let their D tackles go in at end. But with Olu, it don't matter. End, D tackle, linebacker, he can still block you. He has good feet for a guy his size. Good feet. Right here we got Olu. He on the right side now. So he could play the left and the right. So the Jets, they got a really good guy in regards to Olu. I feel like he's going to be an all-pro pretty soon. Probably in a year or two. You know, this is the Panthers D-line, but at the same time, I just think that Olu, he's special. Nobody getting past him. This got to be the preseason. That boy doing this thing out there, man. Chop, what you gonna do, man? You gotta use your speed against Olu. Because I feel like if Olu lock up on you, it's done. It's done. You know, Chop, he got a little bit of power in him. He do. But with Olu, I just think that this is a good matchup. Good matchup that I'll be watching on Sunday. You know, even though this team not going to the playoffs, you know, hey, I'm not going to switch up on them boys just because they losing. I'm not. I'm going to just hope for a better year next year, man. Hope for a better year next year. We better make the playoffs next year. We better. This year was no excuse. We letting y'all boys slide this year. We really are, man. We signed so much people to extensions to the point where we got to make the playoffs this year, but it's not going to happen. I don't think so. I don't think this team going to win out. I don't think so, man.
I'm just going to continue that and then take it one day at a time.
What does that moment feel like when you're doing the chop celebration and you have like 8 guys behind you doing it with you?
I mean, it feels good, especially like just having, especially Zach. I feel like Zach, every time I did it, Zach was always right beside me. So just seeing Zach after every time I get a sack, it feels amazing just having the whole team do it with me.
How do you feel your pass rush arsenal has?
I be doing it too. I ain't gonna lie. Every time Chop do it, I'm doing the same thing, man.
Increased over your rookie season.
I feel like it opened up. I feel like once I came in, I would just focus on speed. That's the only thing I had. But once I started to learn more against the tackles I was going against and talking with the older guys, I was able to open up my bag and figure out different moves, and I feel like it's been working for me.
What about we hear that being
like, you can tell like Chop Robinson had good grades in school. You can tell. He just seemed obedient. That's what I like about Chop. He seemed obedient.
Wider has helped you. It's given you the option of a two-way attack. Is that accurate, or what has being wider, lining up wider, done for you?
I mean, it sets up different rushes for the tackle. You know, I could use my speed. My main thing is getting off the ball. So once I get off, if he see me so wide, he might try to run out to me. I could take the inside or power him. So it just sets up different moves for the tackle I'm going against.
Are you using the power move more? It seems like you're kind of running through offensive tackles more than you did maybe 6-7 games ago. Is that accurate, or am I imagining that?
I mean, you could say it's accurate. I always started off with that because I feel like a lot of tackles I'm going against, they see my size and everything. They be like, he can't power. So once I bring it to him, I just put them in their mind and it messes up their game a little bit.
Okay.
I think you were 2 years old when Aaron Rodgers was drafted in the NFL. Did you grow up an Aaron Rodgers fan?
Yeah, my older brother, he was actually a Green Bay fan and he loved Aaron Rodgers. So I'm excited to go against him, excited to go against the Jets, excited to go against my former teammate, and just, you know, when the game comes, just excited to play.
What will a sack on Aaron Rodgers mean to you?
I mean, it would mean a lot. Just watching the guy when I was a baby, and then my older brother, you know, that was his guy too. So just doing whatever I can for the team for the win.
Hey, Chop, he might hurt Aaron Rodgers. And I ain't gonna lie, he might hurt Aaron Rodgers if he get back there. He might.
Do you and Fashanu talk this week, or is there any Penn State talk there, or Dolphins Jets? Are you guys texting at all this week?
He texted me the other day just asking, I better get that jersey. He told me that he better get that jersey after the game, and we definitely gonna make that happen.
How was playing at Lambeau Field? How did that compare to, I guess, Seattle or some of the other places you played this season?
I mean, it was good. It's a lot of experience, a lot of history at that stadium. So just going out there and just soaking it all in. Since I was a kid, I've been seeing it on TV. So it's honestly a blessing just to be out there.
Anything else? What are some of your memories of going against Fashanu?
I would just say, really just one-on-ones every day in practice. You know, when I first got to Penn State, I kept hearing the hype about Olu. And then once I went out there, I tried to just burn him off the ball, and then he put me down to the ground. I was like, okay, yeah, he's the real deal. So I just say, honestly, just the one-on-ones that I went against him every day in practice, and he made me better.
I don't know who's going to win the matchup. Who y'all think going to win the matchup, man? Let me know in the comments. That's going to be a tough one right there. Tough one.
Your payback?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Always got my payback.
So how much tougher, if at all, is it to tackle in the running game in particular in cold weather?
I don't think it's tougher to tackle. I think we got to do a better job on surfaces that aren't ideal of breaking down and keeping our feet under us to be able to make those tackles, and then run into the ball. Swarm.
Don't they got turf at Lambeau Field? Don't they got turf? Because if it's turf, then it should feel different. But at the same time, you know, I do understand it in regards to the players not being able to keep balance on that type of field. You know, I'd rather it be a real field so the cleats could like stick in the ground so you could cut left and right. So I do understand in regards to why our players were probably missing the tackles, you know, based off the conditions. But at the same time, y'all are professional football players. Professional football players, man. Y'all got to acclimate. If not, then we're going to have to draft all people from up north to come to Miami. Because it's way easier for people from up north to adapt to what Florida has to offer as to compare to somebody from Florida going up north and adapting to what they have to offer up there, to be honest.
Tackle.
Zach, what's the spirit of the team right now? This team has been a pretty resilient group. The 5-game losing streak 2 years ago, all the defensive injuries late last year. What is the team's mindset right now?
I think, you know, we got to take it one step at a time. I mean, we got 5 weeks left. We got to beat the Jets this week. We got to roll. I don't think there's any step back or any hesitation from anyone. There's no sense of that whatsoever. It's make this push and let's get this done.
He ain't say nothing about the playoffs. Nothing about the playoffs, man. He already know what's up. Zach Sealer already know what's up with this team, man. It's over.
Obviously, you need help to get into the playoffs. Did you take a peek at the standings at all, or do you just figure you take care of your business, everything else will take care of itself?
That's it. Yep, absolutely.
Zach, what was said, as much as you can tell us about the missed tackles, I don't know if you guys have watched the film yet or anything, but what's been said about
What I
that?
told to Barry, same thing. Got to keep our feet. I mean, we got to keep our feet. We got to swarm tackle, run to the ball, and play violent.
I'll ask you what I asked Jalen a minute ago. And it's a narrative, if you want to call it a narrative, but it's something that's been said and was certainly said after Thursday night's game, that this is a speed team and not a physical team, not a tough team. What's your response?
I guess we got to prove it wrong. If people think that, we got to go out there and beat it. I don't think that's the case. I think we play physically up front. I think we play physically all around.
Zach, I love you, fam. I love you, but we all know that's not the case, fam. We all know that. But like you said, it's on y'all to go prove us wrong. It's all on y'all. Y'all going out there to play on that football field, not us. Not us. We just going based off of what we seeing on film, what we seeing on Sundays. You know, when we depressed, we going to really look at what you did right or wrong. And we're going to point out all the stuff that you guys did wrong. Even if somebody did something good, we're not even going to care about that. We're going to point out what y'all did wrong. To be real, man. People could talk about Tua stats all day long, but at the same time, we not doing nothing this year. No playoffs. It don't even matter. You know, the 2 touchdowns that Tua got, one was to Tyreek Hill on accident. Let's be real right now. That was on accident. And the other one, what was it, to Devon A-Chain? Devon A-Chain scores like that, like, every game. Every time we're in the red zone, Devon A-Chain gets a target like that. So it was 2 easy touchdowns. So please don't get it twisted. Please don't get it twisted.
I think we got to make sure we're showing that on Sunday.
Is there a mental switch that happens when you get into these December and later games, or have you guys already kind of had to turn that on with how the season's gone?
Ever since 2-6, we had to have that on. It's definitely a mindset when you're at that point. It's like, hey, we got to scratch and crawl out of here as best we can, and that's still possible. So it's just a matter of winning these next 5, and what starts with this week with the Jets.
What do you think of facing those Jets? Obviously, a team you have a lot of familiarity with, but haven't seen them in such a long time, and haven't seen them with Aaron Rodgers either.
Yeah, I think they're a great team. They got a lot of weapons. They got a great quarterback. Played a lot of ball. I think he's probably one of the only ones that's played more ball than Calais. So, we definitely got to make sure we get in our playbooks and get in the film study and see what's coming at us.
Let me see who older. Let me see that real quick. Aaron Rodgers' age.
According to Wikipedia, Aaron Charles Rodgers is an American professional football quarterback for the New York Jets of the National Football League.
41 years old. Okay. Calais Campbell age.
According to Wikipedia, Calais Malik Campbell is an American professional football defensive tackle for the Miami Dolphins of the National Football League.
Yes, we know. You can relax. Okay, so Calais, he 38 years old, so 3 years apart. 3 years, not too bad. Not too bad.
Zach, all the good vibes you guys have from the 3-game winning streak, I know that was a tough loss at Green Bay, but do those vibes still exist? The lessons that you learned, all that kind of stuff?
Absolutely. Obviously, to get to this point, we've went through a lot, and we've done a lot. And I think those games put a testament to that, and I think it shows how powerful we can be. We just need to put it together on all 3 phases this week.
Have you given any thought, either in the off season or during the season for whatever? Under Mike, you guys have had many streaks, win streaks and losing streaks. Why do you suppose that is?
I guess I haven't thought about that. I don't know. I think it's I don't know. I haven't put much thought to that. I think it's a matter of just the team in general and what we're going through. We got to stay tough when we are winning, and we got to stay tough when we're losing, and to either get out of it or keep it going.
What can you say about your season? You've got, if I'm not mistaken,
Jonu. Let's go, man. Let's go. Wide receiver 2, pretty much. He took Waddle's spot.
taking career highs in receptions and yards. You've been a main part of the offense through that 3-game winning streak. What do you think of your seasons, and maybe your last 2 seasons even?
Yeah, man. All praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, first and foremost. Just having individually, the best year of my career.
Amen.
So that's one thing that I've always understand that individuals don't win football games. Lighting up the stat sheet doesn't win football games, but I understand that individuals having individual success, if the bulk of the team is having individual success, then that's going to lead to a bunch of wins. So just trying to do my part and be the best version of myself for this team to put us in.
That's all Jonu can do his part. That's all he can do. He can't help out everybody else in regards to what them boys doing out there. He can't go out there and play defense, even though he looked like it. He looked like he'd go out there, play some DN, some outside linebacker maybe. Who knows?
It's in the best situation to win games.
Mike's talked a lot about overplay and capitalizing on overplay as an offense. How have you seen defenses kind of, adjust over these last few games as you've gotten more and more involved to try and take you away from the offensive game plan?
Yeah, it's we just taking what the defense gives us, man. You can't play everything. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean in this league. So we just continue to try to gives what the takes what the defense give us, and just continue to execute. Like I said,
John, he in a tough spot right now because the Jets, they got a good roster in regards to linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks. So I don't know who's going to be the target based off this week coming up. Jets injury report. Sauce Gardner, he's questionable. He's questionable. CJ Mosley, he out. He been out for a little minute. But they got Quincy Williams, so they're not really worried about CJ Mosley. Tyron Smith, he on injury reserve. Y'all not gonna see him. Jordan Travis, he's been dealing with some setbacks. Let me check out their depth chart right now. So at linebacker, they probably gonna have Jermaine Sherwood. Shout out to him. He from Florida actually, and Jensen Beach. So it's gonna be him and Quincy Williams starting. Sam McGuavin, y'all remember him, former Dolphin. Y'all might see him out there as well. Hassan Reddick, I'm not too sure if they let him play linebacker a little bit. Y'all gotta let me know. Leonard Taylor, a D tackle from Miami. Undrafted free agent, and he balling out for them boys. He balling out. So that was a good pickup by them. I don't know why Miami ain't do that. We went and got 2 receivers in the 6th and 7th round when this guy was available. And now he's a good player for the Jets. A good rotational backup D tackle that we could have used in our room. Chris Greer, he just pissing me off. He really does piss me off. But he spends money to make us happy again. I don't like that. I'm tired of the money. I want that connection. You can't build a relationship off of just money. You can't.
You can't guard everybody. You can't guard every area of the field. So it's just very imperative to us to capitalize when we see, big space and opportunities to make big plays, whether it be down the field or underneath.
If Sauce Gardner is out, I think Jonnu could have a big game. But if Sauce Gardner is in, he probably going to be on Tyreek Hill's side. Waddle going to have the other side. But I do think Waddle and Tyreek still going to cook. They still going to cook. They might watch out for Jonnu Smith, in regards to the linebackers. They got linebackers who could guard Jonnu Smith, but I don't know what Jonnu Smith going to do against Quincy Williams, one of the best coverage linebackers in the league. Their safeties, Chuck Clark, Ashton Davis. Not the best safeties, but, I got to see it on film, them going up against each other to see what Jonnu Smith can do against them.
What's the mindset of this team right now, Jonnu?
We one game at a time. We still got life. Very optimistic. A lot of warriors in that locker room, man. A lot of fighters in that locker room. Proud to be a part of this team, 100%. And we're going to continue to fight, continue to put our hard hats on and go to work.
This offense had a stretch of games where the run game got going. Then now it hasn't been as much. Now Tua has been throwing the ball around to you and even some to Tyreek and Jalen. What do you think are some of the ways that there can be some more balance found of both getting that run game and that pass game?
Yeah, we got to find some, obviously some tranquility within the offense. You know what I mean? When I say tranquility, I mean more so balance, not peace. But you don't want a peaceful football team. That's not a good.
Hey, is he trying to say something? Maybe there's a divide in the locker room that he's talking about, but he ain't want to say it. Maybe
that wouldn't be a good football team. But you definitely want to find some more balance in the offense and just get things back to where we know they can be. Like I said, it comes with evaluating the film, holding each other accountable, looking ourselves in the mirror, seeing what we can do better. And we started with that approach today, and that's just going to kind of be the mindset going forward.
Do you feel it is an emphasis for the team to get the run game back going?
Absolutely. You got it. If you want to win in this league, you got to run the ball. Plain and simple. I know even as a pass catcher, listen, I want, obviously, I would love to be in the offense. You throw the ball 40, 50 times a game, but if you're not running the ball well, you're just not going to win in this league. If you're not going to run the ball consistently, you're just not consistently well, you're just not going to win in this league. So that's just the point of emphasis that we, strive to reach in this organization.
What do you think has been the key over these last 3 games? And looking up the numbers, it's got to be one of the best 3-game stretches of your career. What do you think's been the key for you?
Oh man, like I said earlier, man, just for me personally, my faith in Jesus Christ, man, has just allowed me to just go out there, play free, play confident. You know what I mean? My faith has allowed me to know that I've been blessed with a gift that can't go to waste. So it's got to be daily work put in. Whether that be me staying after practice, me going out there before practice, recovering my body. Rest is also a huge part of, maintaining a high performance, because you're nothing without your body in this league, in any professional sport. So definitely got to take care of your body, but just keeping my mind right, man, and just coming up here every day, being joyful that this amazing opportunity I've been blessed with to play this game that I've loved, that I still am in love with. You know what I mean? And just go out there, be free, and be the best version of myself.
I don't know if you've heard the Jordan.
Hey, shout out to Jonu, man. Shout out to Jonu. Here we got Jalen Waddle. That boy looked tired, man. Waddle looked tired, man. He had enough. Waddle definitely had enough, man. Let's look at Waddle's numbers this year. Let's look at that. Let's look at that real quick, because this is sickening in regards to what Waddle did this year. Sickening. Compared to last year, man, I don't know what happened to this team. I really don't know. He got 601 yards, 2 touchdowns, 45 receptions. Y'all think he could get to 1K? Y'all think so? We got 5 games left. So 5 games, 400 yards. It's possible, but you're going to have to get Jalen Waddle some targets these next few games. You're going to have to. Definitely going to have to. Let me check out Tyreek now. Let's see what Tyreek got. Tyreek got 654, but 4 touchdowns. I don't think Tyreek hitting that 1K. But he more likely to hit that 1K compared to Waddle. But it's sad how Tyreek had 130 the first week. But after that, 24, 40, 23, 69. He ain't never hit 100 again. That's unacceptable for Tyreek. Unacceptable for the person that they call the best player in the whole league. This is what he doing. Man, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Let me check out Devon A-Chain. Devon A-Chain, he outdoing the whole team. I'll tell you that much. 139 carries, 576 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wait till y'all see the receiving. Wait till y'all see that. 429 yards receiving, 6 touchdowns. So I think he probably like 4th on the team in regards to receiving, or 4th or 5th. It's either Jonu, Waddle, Tyreek, then him. Maybe. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's him. I'm pretty sure. Nobody else really doing nothing on offense other than them boys, to be real. But shout out to Devon A-Chain. He about to hit that 1K mark. He about to. He just got to catch the ball a few more times or just keep on running the ball. He going to hit 1K. Maybe even 15. He probably going to hit 12 or 13 touchdowns this year. So Devon A-Chain had an amazing year. Amazing year. Let me check out his PFF. Devon A-Chain PFF. Here we got Devon A-Chain, a 79.3, man. Yeah, he definitely in that very good level. When you see this blue, that's when you know you elite. When you see this blue, pitch blue. Yeah, but shout out to Devon. Let's get back to Jalen Waddle.
Brooks' comments about the cold weather being a factor. What did you think? Was cold weather a factor in the Green Bay game?
Nah, not really. I think they just outplayed us, out executed us, and we played in colder weather, so nah.
Waddle, you don't got a cap, fam. We all know what's up, fam. We love you, but we all know what's up, fam. It simple as that. It is what it is. Like nothing else I can tell you, bro. Nothing else, man.
The new offense that you guys have, is this the offense that's here for the future, do you think? Or do you think you guys go back next year to the big play passing offense that we saw the previous 2 seasons?
Yeah, we don't look the same as an offense. We don't. We definitely don't. It's completely different now. Completely different.
I think we're doing a good job of taking what the defense give us, not forcing plays, not putting a quarterback in bad, situation where he got to force to do something or put the ball in jeopardy. So
he did that against Green Bay. Talk to that O-line, man. Talk to that O-line.
I think we're just doing what the defense allow us to do. We're doing a good job of moving the ball. Just got to stay ahead of the chains. We'll be all right.
Would you like to see it go back to where you and Tyreek had all those targets and all those receptions?
Whatever help us win. If it's big plays, yeah. If it's, defense want to keep a shell, then make us drive, whichever to help us win.
What do you think can be done in cold weather games to maybe boost the team? If you do face those scenarios again in Cleveland.
You said what can we do?
Yeah.
Man, it's all about mindset, man. They cold, we cold. So go out there and just embrace it, embrace the cold, and live in the moment for real. It was
like you can embrace the cold, but not to the point where you walking out there barefoot, no gloves, no nothing. Just go out there, play in the snow, the cold, take it serious. No playing around, no laughing. Y'all boys 0-14 in the cold or snow. So y'all boys better lock in. Use whatever you gotta use to warm up, but you gotta lock in these cold games. You gotta lock in. It's a must. Definitely a must. If you don't, then you're gonna come back to Florida in these press conferences looking like how y'all boys looking like. No playoff talks, no nothing. There was a lot of questions about playoffs last week in regards to these press conferences, but this week nothing.
Prime time at Lambeau. So yeah, man, just live in the moment, man. You don't get too many games like that.
What about the bigger picture, though, that this is a speed team and not a tough team? You hear that a lot, and you heard it after Thursday night's game. What's your response?
I never heard it. I never heard that before.
Waddle, you capping, fam. He probably just don't want to hear it, so he capping like he ain't never heard it before. We know you heard that before, fam. We know. But Waddle, he not that type of person to be on social media too much. Especially if we losing, you're not going to catch Waddle anywhere. Not posting about nothing.
How does the team?
Waddle don't play.
Oh man, we got a tough opponent ahead. In the Jets. So it's a work week, back to work. We got 5 more games. Every game is, essential now. So yeah, man, back to work. Yeah, keeping the main thing, and yeah, man, we got a tough opponent this week.
When you guys went back and looked at some of the penalties and the mental mistakes, what would you attribute to some of those?
Yeah, we definitely Mike definitely harp on not killing ourselves before the play. So, I mean, we just have to be better in that aspect of the game. Yeah, but you got to be better.